Hi, today I'm going to draw the Lewis structure for magnesium chloride. So first step is to find the valence electrons of magnesium, which is 2, because magnesium is in group 2 in the periodic table while chlorine atom is in group 17 in the periodic table. Next, we draw the Lewis structure for the metal and non-metal atoms. So now we draw the Lewis structure for magnesium, which it has 2 valence electrons, while for chlorine atoms we have 7 valence electrons. The electron is transferred from metal to non-metal atoms, which in this case magnesium will transfer both of the electrons to chlorine atoms, both of the chlorine atoms. So it would form a cation, which is magnesium 2 plus, because magnesium loses 2 valence electrons, and chlorine negative. We put 2 because we have 2 chlorine atoms in magnesium chloride. In this magnesium chloride Lewis structure, magnesium already achieved its noble gas configuration, and chlorine atoms also achieved their noble gas configuration. So chlorine has a stable octet of valence electrons, which is 8. The opposite charges ions, which is magnesium and chloride, are attracted to each other and are held together by the strong electrostatic force of attraction called the ionic bond. Next, we're going to draw the Lewis structure for phosphorus trichloride, which is PCl3. Next, we're going to count valence electrons for phosphorus, which is 5, and chlorine is 7. But in this case, phosphorus trichloride has 3 chlorine atoms, so we have to multiply 7 and 3. So the total would be 26. Next, we're going to draw the skeletal structure for phosphorus trichloride. We put phosphorus in the middle because it is the least electronegative among phosphorus and chlorine. The next step is to subtract the number of electrons involved in all single bond in the skeletal structure, which in this case would be chlorine atoms, which we have 3 chlorine atoms. So we're going to do 26 minus 6 equals to 20 electrons. What I'm doing right now is I'm placing the remaining electrons at the terminal atoms until all terminal atoms are octet, which in this case chlorine atoms would be the terminal atoms. So now we have 3 terminal atoms, and that will make 18 electrons in total. So 20 minus 18 electrons would be 2, and we place the extra valence electrons at the central atom. Electrons are shared between atoms, so we would call this as covalent bond.